Hello. Hello, everyone. Today, I'm going to do a DAW stream, aka a music production stream. Hello, how are you? I see you in chat. Falupa Chalupa and Elysian Peace. How are you doing? How are you both doing? Check, check, check. One, two, three. Piano game night. Hey. So today I'm arranging my next cover. Hopefully this will come out next Friday because I try to come up with a new cover for my YouTube channel. For my YouTube channel, what was that? For my YouTube channel every other week. Yeah. You got an A plus in English. Congratulations. Congratulations. So I know this is not gonna be I know this is not gonna be a well viewed stream because this is not the content people subscribe for me for here on Twitch. But it's still music and I'm eventually gonna play this anyway. I'm eventually gonna play this anyway on stream as well if it gets requested. But let let me let me make you listen to what I have so far. So this is an arrangement I'm working on. I'm working on a very cinematic Celtic style metal arrangement of the Wind Waker main title theme. So this is the original one. It's transposed, of course. So, show of hands. Who has played Wind Waker before? Music to your ears. Indeed, Felipe Chalupa. I agree with you. So this is what I have so far. Of course, this is very bare bones. I want it to sound big. And then when the metal guitar and the drums kick in, which I haven't written yet, I want it to sound like even bigger. Like once you listen to it, I want the listener to have the feeling of, oh, this is epic. And then boom, oh my God, this is even more epic. Something like that. Hello, baby May. How are you doing? Hey, many angels, how are you doing? How are you? Oh, I know what you're talking about. I actually have an even bigger sound. I have Apocalypse drum ensemble. I have a bunch of Apocalypse drum ensemble. I also have Damage. But Damage is, I don't know, it doesn't fit too much this slower theme, but I do use Damage a lot in my other arrangements where it's more faster tempo with a faster tempo and heavier beat. But for this one, I think I'm gonna focus on Apocalypse drum ensemble. Listen to this. This is the Apocalypse drum ensemble I have written so far. So this is the taiko part, and this is the big bass drum ensemble, and this is the orchestral snare with cinematic reverb. And you add the tubular bells, and it's gonna have that signature symphonic metal characteristic. But also, of course, I have the timpani to add that deeper, even the deeper. So this time I'm gonna refer back to the original, and the original has this very iconic harp glissando, harp arpeggio. Um, Not sure if that's harp. It's more like sounds more like a Celtic harp, to be honest, but it's still a harp technically. So I'm going to put my own harp, orchestral harp for now. I do have the more beautiful sounding east west orchestral harp, but that's usually heavy on CPU, and I'm not gonna load that while streaming. So I'm just gonna use the built-in Logic harp. So I'm using key station with 32 keys. I'm not a good pianist. Okay. Okay. Of course, it's gonna be quantized and it's gonna sound ugly. But of course, I always unquantize it. But I usually have quantize always enabled because I rarely use humanized arpeggios. So I want like everything quantized, like always, except for such cases. Oh yes, many angels. This is the full version of Logic. I've been using Logic for since 2007, so it's been a long time. I this is this is the DAW for everyone else. That's DAW or Digital Audio Workstation. Logic is the DAW I'm most used to and I'm the fastest to work with. Hey Sayuri, how are you doing? Oh, my bad. I misread Pro Solis saying Motoi Sakuraba. I misread that as Sayuri. Yeah, hey, King Zawa and Pro Solis, how are you doing? You have FL Studio and you have Contact. Yeah, I have Contact Contact Bundle. I have a lot of Contact libraries. But for main strings, I use LA scoring strings. Okay, the harp sounds a little bit dry. So I'm gonna increase the reverb for now. I'd usually have a unified reverb by the end, but for now, I'm just gonna use its own reverb and I'll just disable it later. But for now, just for a quicker response time, there we go. Much better. Okay, Baby Mage, I'm gonna explain to you what dry and okay, there in the world of music production, when you are putting reverb in translated in layman terms, it's the tasteful echo or the tasteful room sound. So when there's two statuses of reverbs, it's dry and wet. So if when I'm saying it's too dry, it sounds like you're listening to the harp like in front of your face and you're only hearing the bare raw sound of the harp. So this is an example of a dry signal. So it's very raw sounding as if the harp player is right in front of you. But if I were to put a wet signal, it's emulating that the harp is like being played in a large concert hall. Or for this specific reverb, I'm using a reverb setting called Hanger 1. So it's like a huge hanger or a plane hanger. So it sounds like this. You see, there's a tasteful echo delay. It's like being played in a huge space now. So that is my fellow student, my dear students, music production students. That is the difference between a wet and dry. So yes, when it's a dry signal, you don't hear the little echoey sound. It's like it's to put it bluntly, it's like you're practicing guitar or practicing harp in your small bedroom. But actually a bedroom also has its own type of reverb, but it's kind of more obvious if it's an example of a small room versus a large room, something like that. Yeah, oh, feel free to ask me any music production related questions if you want. That is why I put the tag music talk in the stream. Pro Solis says it was a compliment, Diwa. Motoi Sakuraba is one of the greatest composers of all time. Yes, I agree. I love Motoi Sakuraba's work. By the way, one in a previous stream, I mentioned that I have three VGM dads, and my first VGM dad is Koji Kondo. Second VGM dad is Nobuo Uematsu, and my third VGM dad is Yasunori Matsuda. And I also have two VGM moms. First VGM mom is Yoko Shimomura, and second VGM mom is Michiru Yamane. Just for fun, who are your mom and dads in the world of VGM, video game music composition, or composers or arrangers? There we go. That's the melody. But of course, I'm gonna play it with my electric violin as the main melody, of course. And this is already actually the second verse. So, okay, I'm gonna put the second. By the way, many angels, how are you? By the way, I haven't seen you in a bit. I haven't seen you in a while, which in Twitch terms, I haven't seen you in 24 hours. But who are the music streamers that you recently visited today or yesterday? By the way, it's a running gag between me and many angels. I think other music streamers as well has this running gag with many angels because many angels is actually 100 different actual angels in the biblical sense sharing one Twitch account. And many angels, lurks or no, is active in almost every music streamer that I watch. And we always bump into each other and we're like, many angels, you're here again. All right. That's the beauty of MIDI. If you make a mistake while recording MIDI manually, you can just correct it in post, so to speak. With a mouse and a PC keyboard, typing keyboard. Yep, bad pianist. Okay, there we go. There's the basic melody for the second part. And now I'm gonna make it sound a bit more human. You just bought Tina Guo. Oh, the cello, the cello. What was that? The cello library of Tina Guo. Yeah, I also that's also on my radar, but I'm trying to not to be too crazy in buying too many library plugins. I already have so many plugins that I need. I even wanted to buy the Joshua Bell violin library, but yeah, I already have too much. I already have too much of the basic library plugins that I need from Contact, from Apocalypse, and all these fancy libraries that I can't justify buying more because I'm already producing the music that I want, the music that I need. Just for context, we are talking about music virtual instrument libraries or VSTs or plugins, whatever you may call them. These are, to put it bluntly, these are high quality MIDI instruments that sound like the real thing. So I have, for example, I have a library plugin called LA Scoring Strings. And these are a string orchestra library that was recorded from the performance of Los Angeles Chamber Ensemble, something like that. They recorded those performances one note at a time. They program it into a computer and they program it into the MIDI mechanism that all digital musicians use, and they sell that library for a fortune, something like $500 or $1,000. And the market for these are mostly music producers and composers. It's a small market, but it's a very lucrative market. Elysian piece, also like Yuki Kaijura, the composer of a lot of music in noir, an anime. Baby Mage Keiichi Okabe, the one who made the music for Near Automata. Nice. I've started playing Near Automata. I haven't passed the first gotten past the second area. I've done the tutorial, but the second area I'm still there, and I don't know. I just kind of lost the momentum for now. Pro Solis says Ryu Umemoto is my VG dad. R.I.P. You beautiful man. Manami Matsume is my VGM mom. Yes, Manami Matsume. I have a lot of her covers as well. She's done the work for Mega Man, right? But I have many VGM moms in my heart. Nice, nice. Okay, good. Whoop. Okay, there's a pause. All right, there we go. Okay, let's listen to the entire thing that I have so far. Sounds nice, String Player Gamer. Thank you. Near Automata, one of my favorite games, says Kinzawa. By the way, I'm having decaf black coffee. Okay, just for fun, I'm gonna have you preview how it sounds when I have the violin on. Can you hear it? Okay. Yeah, so something like that. And I actually want it to be a mashup of the version where they included the Zelda's lullaby and the main theme at by the end. So yeah, what do you think so far? And I'm so there is I live in Baltimore, and there is a nearby reservoir, a body of water called Loch Raven Reservoir, and it's a public park, but it has like a man-made river, man-made lake. And here in the United States, in Maryland, if it's a public park, it's legal to film there, as long as you're not like bringing an entire TV crew or something. If it's just me, a tripod, and my camera, it's very legal. It's just like taking a photo with friends or something like that. But it's even better because it's just me. So depends on the weather and depends on how cold it becomes this coming winter season. I want to film there I want to film there for this video because Wind Waker, water, green, and all that. Baltimore, then it's easy for you to go to Magfest. Yeah, yeah, Pro Solace. It's definitely very convenient. Although my first Magfest, I was still living in the Philippines and I flew to Magfest back in 2016. That was the turning point in my life, actually. Attending Magfest for the first time while still living in the Philippines. That was the that was how I saw the magic that is Magfest. The magic of the video game music community in front of me in person. And that was the turning point in my life where I started to think, hey, maybe I should move to America. This is where the center of the video game music cover scene is. So, and here I am. Sounding great so far. This song is so nostalgic. Yes, King Zawa. Is Wind Waker also your among your top 5 Zeldas? DCA is much closer. Yeah. Okay, let me now start to write the what is that? The metal sounding the metal aspect of the song. So I would usually start visualizing in my head how it would sound with bass, drum kit, and distortion guitar. So I would usually start with a drum kit with a kick. So I use for just for music production nerds like many angels over there. I'm using for drums. I use Superior Drummer 3. I use the plugin called Superior Drummer 3. And it's one of the most realistic sounding drums. Hey, Geek Violinist, how are you doing? Okay. So this is how I would just think of the drum arrangement in my head. So I would just combine them in one track for now. So this is the cymbals. But I want it to be very tom heavy, very floor tom heavy. You know those very tribal sounding drum pattern. So I'm gonna write it now. Okay, so let's start with the lower tom. Bam. Okay. Bam. Now, if I play this, it's gonna sound very robotic. It's gonna sound very robotic because I'm just using mouse and typing keyboard. But there in MIDI arrangement, there's this parameter called velocity. So you can see this if you can see the green tiny dots over here. I'm highlighting it. This one, that is the velocity, aka one term I could call it is the intensity of the performance. So if you hit it hard, it it will usually sound more intense, not necessarily softer. For example, if you are playing the guitar max volume, no matter if you play it soft or loud, it's still gonna sound loud because you turn you crank the volume of the amplifier like to the max. So even if you play a soft note, it's gonna play still loud. So the intensity or the velocity in the terms of MIDI, it's if you hit the pick hard or if you hit the pick on the string soft. That is intensity or velocity in terms of MIDI. So now I'm using I'm gonna change up the velocity or the intensity of this floor tom, and I'm gonna drag. I'm gonna try to imagine how a human drum player would make the floor tom sound if it were a real floor tom. So it's still very static volume. But if I'm gonna imagine it, dug, 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 so it's accent, tab, dug, 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 dug. Okay, something. I'm gonna play around. So it's like you're seeing the visual representation of how the intensity of the performance is. It's still a little bit robotic, so I'm gonna mm, play around on random notes, on random intensities. Well, not really random. Something like. I'm gonna add a trill over here. Okay, I'm gonna let this be played in a higher. Okay, this is. Okay, closer to being more human, but still not quiet. Because when it's a real player, this velocity is gonna be like all over the place because that's just how humans play it. It's not humans don't play the drums like ta 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 ta. That's just not aesthetic. Hello, Nescello. Okay, so this is the drums we have so far. Now it sounds more human, a little bit more human. Okay, now that we have a basic human pattern, all I will do is just copy paste it. And now we have a 4-bar drum pattern, which I might add one thing or one note later on during the entire arrangement, just so it doesn't feel too repetitive. Although only like the most analytical music producers would notice that. Hey, why is your drum pattern the same in bar 2 and bar 203? Nobody will know that. Okay, and now, because I want this to be a long rhythmic pattern, I'm gonna add just one snare hit by the end to kind of close out the pattern. So, copy paste. There you go. See, that's the long rhythmic pattern. So this is what I have so far. Hello, Big Tomato. Just so notification. Yeah, it is a sudden stream. I was just, I think it's becoming a pattern for me, chat. I think it's becoming a pattern for me as a streamer, because ever since I became a regular streamer like 3 months ago, I've started to incorporate this is how I started to think. I'm going to do something today, but am I? Will I be able to stream this or not? Hey, Geek Valinist, thank you for picking in. Let me play the whole thing that I have for you right now before you go. You might wanna listen. It's given me a lot of Zelda plus Lord of the Rings vibes. Here we go. Now we have the drum set, but there's still no compression, no mixing, so it's still gonna sound thin. Yeah, that's what I have so far. Thank you so much, Geek Violinist. Thank you, Many Angels. Only 3 months ago, yeah. Although I had the account for since 2017, something like that. And I've been streaming here casually for I've been streaming gameplay, you know. And apparently me streaming once or twice every quarter since 2017, and because I've been, just blasting every time I go online, I blast it in my YouTube channel. Hey, I'm playing Heroes of the Storm, String Player Gamer YouTube channel. You want to see me? Want to hang out with me? Let's play. And then since 2017 to 2020 I had 800 followers from within 3 years because of that casual gameplay. But I only started to finally adapt Twitch as a regular platform for music streaming like 3 months ago, only when I started to become more confident in performing covers live. Very big difference there. I've been performing live music in concerts all around the world for 20 years, but mostly I've been playing my original music either as a solo artist or with my band in the Philippines. But performing covers is very different. I have to practice the music that everyone else knows. So it's that alone, that idea alone has really pressured me a lot in my head. All right, Geek Violinist, see you later. So yeah, that the idea of me having to practice popular music for the VGM world gave me some sort of pressure, and I haven't been able to deal with that pressure for the longest time, for years, until like I saw other music streamers. And in my head, I had this warped idea that every time I should stream video game music live and me performing video game music live, it should be perfect. It should be flawless. Because if everyone sees the mistake of the music of Mario, everyone knows Mario, I'll look bad in their eyes. And then I saw other music streamers who's just been playing music and they're making all these mistakes, intonation, notes, uh, rhythm. They make all these mistakes and the people don't care. They enjoy it. They keep subscribing. They keep following them. They keep requesting to these musicians on Twitch. And I was like, whoa, okay. It was an eye opener for me. And this was only when the pandemic started, I knew back then that there were already musicians thriving on Twitch. Even before the pandemic happened, 2017, 2018, 2019, I already knew that I had a bunch of buddies from YouTube who transitioned to Twitch, like Lara. But I also know that Lara is a very good pianist, like even way, way back then. So I guess in my head, Lara became like the standard to achieve on Twitch. But of course, piano is also different from violin live. When the pandemic started, that is the only time I actually had time to check out violinists on Twitch. And lo and behold, I was so wrong. It doesn't matter if people make if the streamer music streamer knows uh if makes one or two mistakes from time to time, but then there's streamers I saw that they're making like horrible mistakes that would be like uh that will raise eyebrows in a music conservatory. But this wasn't a music conservatory. This wasn't a music conservatory. The people watching are not the professor's panel in my music exams when I was still a violin minor. I guess it's just me not really doing the work of really looking into musicians on Twitch until the pandemic came. I've never really paid attention. I never really spent the time actually watching them on Twitch until I did. And I saw that it's like nobody cares if you make mistakes. Nobody cares if you screw up one or two notes. They still enjoy it. They keep on requesting. So you know what? Okay, screw it. I'm just gonna do it. So that was 3 months ago. I'm just gonna do it. I'm gonna announce. I'm gonna start streaming music. Requests open. Here are the songs that I know how to play. Started with 20 songs, and now I have 140 songs. But those are all, of course, backlogs from my 400 arrangements already on YouTube. Don't let perfection be an enemy of the good, as they say. Yeah, exactly, Pro Solace. Pro Solace, fun fact. Speaking of the consoles, I don't know. Some of my favorites were on Twitch, like the consoles. I discovered you, Diwa, through PPF. Very respectful of you to use his new abbreviated name, but we both know the real origin of that PPF name. But yeah, speaking of the consoles keyboardist, Zorsi, aka Julian, we actually met in MagFest. We hung out together, we had lunches together, we had coffee together, and we were jamming in the same hotel room together with other YouTube musicians. It's so much fun. MagFest is magical. And that was 2016. That was 2016. That like I said earlier, that is the moment I realized I should be in America where all these wonderful festivals for video game music are happening, and it's also a chance for me to network professionally. And I met amazing video game composers. I met Austin Wintory, I met Grant Kirkhope, I met Gareth Coker, who composed Ori and the Blind Forest, Neil Acri, who composed music for World of Warcraft and Overwatch. I keep meeting all these amazing figures in video game music industry, and you was like, yes, I am in the right place. And yeah, and that is my little Twitch slash VGM music realization story. Hey, mine Vanilla, welcome to the Stringies. Okay, let's listen again to what I have, and let's move forward to the next section. This is where the distortion guitars is gonna enter. Yes, Pro Solis. The consoles never played on stage in MagFest. Only Zorsi came and he was alone. But we hung out and jammed music anyways. Okay, okay. Okay, I'm gonna listen now to the original again just to look for inspiration. This is a transposed version, by the way. This is the original key, one semitone lower. But of course, it's written for MIDI. It's written for MIDI originally, so the composer doesn't really care about the key as long as it sounds better for his instincts. But I am a violin player. I actually have to play fiddle style, Celtic style, on an actual violin. So I transposed it one step higher because it's so much better. It's such a much better key. Lots of open strings for fiddling, for Celtic style fiddling on violin. Autographed my copy of Bare Knuckle 3. Wow. You met Yuzo Koshiro. That's nice. Playing that on D flat with the soda film. Yeah. Oh my god. I hate flat keys. Oh, there's a counterpoint. Yes, I've been hearing that, but I just didn't pay attention. Okay, do you hear there's a bagpipe melody in the background? Okay. Da, 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 da. Okay, I'm just gonna decide later on what instrument to transcribe that on. I still haven't decided, so for now I'm just gonna notate it for piano. And then decide later. I'm thinking something like oboe or a flute, maybe. Okay. Da, 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 da. Okay. Okay, maybe in the second repeat of the melody. Da. Okay, of course, being a bad pianist, this is how it sounded now that I played it badly with my clumsy fingers. But thankfully, with the magic of MIDI technology, I can just drag and drop with a mouse. Da, da. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. There we go. Now we can hear it. You know what? Let me make that into wound with instrument. Maybe let's see, oboe. I have an oboe, and let's see how well it would blend with everything. Of course, it's a MIDI oboe. MIDI oboe. It sounds so dry. Let me add my usual. If you can see here, I have D was 1-1 chord, D was piano mix, D was small strings. I already have so many presets for each type of instrument because, I've been doing this for so long. I just have my own shortcuts now. I even have my own hotkeys for Logic that only I use. Hey, 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 legendary Catman, how are you doing? I hope you had a great sleep from last night. We are arranging some Zelda Wind Waker music for today as my next cover for YouTube. I actually don't haven't memorized if this is a possible range for oboe, so I'm gonna use my more fancy oboe plug-in from East West. Let's see, long legato. There we go. Okay, then it is definitely not in the range of the oboe. Oh, it's an oboe ensemble. I'm gonna use instead. Okay, solo oboe. Replace. Doing all right. Yeah, it was okay. I'm doing some super retro stream later on tonight. Nice, Catman. Okay, I think let's see if this works with the entire strings. Okay, let me jam along with it. Hey, recorder guy, how are you? So yes, not a request stream today. It's a music production stream for my next cover on YouTube. Of course, once it's done, it's also gonna be added in my stream song list. So let's go. Let me jam along to this new arrangement of Wind Waker Celtic symphonic metal style. Oh, not yet. I still have to practice that performance. So yeah, that is the one. That is the one. That is the one so far. Okay, let me see. Let me see if I can add my usual violin sound. Can you hear it? Oh, I'm gonna record. I'm gonna record the violin for now, and let's see if it. bad recording, but just want to hear it with actual effects. Okay, one more time. Let me record it. Okay, that second part needs practice. Needs a bit of practice. Of course, this is not the real violin recording. I'm just doing a temp recording so I can also hear how the arrangement will sound with the live violin. Okay, that works. What? Okay, let me record that. Na 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 na. La. Okay, there you go. Da, na, na. All right. You stay there. All right. Let's listen with the reverb. I can't actually record with the effects on for the violin without some latency. So I have to actually record raw. Very, very rough playing. But anyway, it'll work for now. All right, SPG, I have a lot of tonight. All right, Catman, thank you so much for dropping by. I'm loving the drums. I love it. Wow. It might even sound better in actual than in my head. Wow. What do you think, chat? Oh my god. Even I was mind blown. I already knew something, it would sound something like this in my head, But you know, sometimes there's this dilemma with arrangers and composers where sometimes you think a musical idea arrangement sounds great. It sounds so great in my head. And then you arrange it and then you put the instrument. Oh my God, that's it? That's how it sounds? That sounds ugly. You know, it's different in your head and it's different when you actually work on it on your DAW, on your or whatever your arrangement tool is. But I think for this one it's giving me the opposite vibes. It sounds better in actual than it was in my head. So, and I love it. I'm loving it. Yes, Many Angels agrees with me. You know what I'm talking about. Thank you, Many Angels. Hey, Lazy Wisp. So much progress, so quick too. I'm unbelievably hyped for this. Haha, King Zawa. Me too, me too. Many Angel says, you did a good job on this. Hey, thank you so much. How are you doing, Lazy Wisp? I love that B emote that you have. How are you doing, by the way, recorder guy? Wow, Nestello, I love that emote. You should make a shirt of that. Okay, now I'm gonna do the new chord progression, da, 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 where they add the Zelda's lullaby. Let me let me play the Zelda's lullaby in harp, in oboe. Okay, one. Of course, I played the wrong note. Of course, I played the wrong note because of my clumsy piano fingers. Piano fingers. I'm no Sanganuna, but hey. Look, listen to this. You're gonna laugh. Zelda's cacophonic lullaby. I'm jamming along to this, says recorder guy. You just made it yesterday. Oh, nice, Nestello. That's your new. Oh, it is your emote. Very nice. I love it. It fits your channel very nicely. That was very funny indeed, Many Angels. And of course, it should reflect the string ensemble. Oh, since the very beginning of the piece, it's just a string ensemble doing just one drone. So it should be. Let us cut this. Dun, dun. Dun. Oh. Mm. Okay, I don't want the I don't want all like I don't want all the string section to have just like parallel fifths all around. So I'm gonna harmonize them. Oh, I don't like that. Too quick of a jump. Okay, this is what I love to do about chord progression. I love adding suspended chords. Okay, there we go. There we go. That is SPG style chord progression. And of course, I don't want the next part to be an exact repeat, so I'm gonna change up. I'm gonna change up the rhythm or the positioning, the inversion. Okay, let's shorten this. Okay, now I can raise this octave higher. Okay, I think now we can skip doing this as a suspended one. Just make it a regular chord. Okay, now let's put the let's add the kicks, the drum kit. Okay, now let's listen to a bit of the transition from the original one. I'm loving it. String doubling working fine. Nope, it's too early. Oops, again, too early. Let me just copy paste the entire thing just to hear the effect. 1, 2, 3. That's still too early. Okay. When I minimize the logic, I don't have a sense of. Electric violin goes so well with this. Thank you, recorder guy. Ah! Come on. Still too early. Okay, I think. Okay, now it's in the. Okay, here we go. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Wow. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. How is that sounding so far? I actually want to hear this now with electric guitar. Let me get my electric guitar. One moment. Okay. One moment. Is that a raid? Hello? Wait a minute. My interface is. I cannot see my interface. Dr. Ultima. Hey. Hey, Dr. Ultima. Thank you so much for the raid. Hello. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, everyone. How was your stream, Doug Perry, my friend? So, I want you all to hear this. I'm arranging Wind Waker's main theme in Celtic symphonic metal style. So, for your raid, I want you to listen to this. This is what I have so far. This will be my next YouTube cover. And of course, during my violin request streams on Wednesdays and Sundays, I'm going to be adding this to the song list as well. Here we go. Hey, thank you so much for the subscription. To the subscription gift, Nudge Camelbone. Glad to see you here. Okay, here we go. This is what I have so far. Welcome to my music production stream. Hey M, hi Violin Solo, how are you doing? I recognize you. By the way, this is the second Drum Ultima raid in my channel, but fun fact, the first ever channel who raided this channel is Drum Ultima. Thank you again, Doug, for bringing your crew over. I appreciate it so much. And now here we go. Rhythm chord change to include Zelda's Lullaby theme in it. And that is what I have so far. And now, as I was gonna record. I was just getting my my Les Paul, so I could now record the rhythm guitar part. But because this is a symphonic metal arrangement, and of course there should be a metal component to it. And then I heard the rate. Da, 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 da. So welcome, yes, Doug Perry, my friend. Oh, for those of you who don't know it yet, me and Doug, aka Doctor Ultima, we hung out in Magfest. We have jams together. We actually even performed on stage together during that one time when I was playing Cuphead. Yes. Oh my God. How could I forget? Oh, I have a drop D. It's already in drop D. Dun, 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 dun. Had to have to tune it. Okay, let's see how it will sound with the first layer of rhythm. There we go. Sorry, starting to sound metal. All right, let's see. Thank you very much, Jamalix. Wow, I got a bunch of follows. Thank you so much again, Doug, for your crew and bringing them over. Nurgator, Emery Nalmams, Tank Top Tuba, Jamalix, Garci Miyuki, Echo Sangan, Pita Blaze. Thank you so much for the follows, everyone. I appreciate it. I'm having some internet problems right now, so you might see some skip frames, but overall it's stable. But yes, if you want to request violin music for me, I do violin request streams on Wednesdays and Sundays at 6 p.m. EST on both days. So let me record a bit of guitar now. Oops, sorry. Okay, let's see how that sounds with a distortion. Okay, it's sounding epic so far. This is really good. I would finish it. Sassy Bassy, hello. Let's see. Hey, love looking at how productive music composers like you can be. I hope one day I can do something like that. Hey, Sora Games, how are you doing? I see you. Sassy Bassy, thank you so much. Yes, if any of you have any music production related questions, uh, feel free to ask me anything. And we also have a lot of music producers, including Dr. Ultima here. And yeah, we have so many years of music production experience. In fact, Doug Perry and I, Drum Ultima and I, we've been, not only did we perform together in Magfest, we have participated in album recordings for Materia Collective. So we've recorded albums together. Fun fact. Yeah, okay. Let me record the second layer. I'm gonna mute the first layer of the rhythm guitar, but I always record a left and right uh, distorted guitar rhythm just to make it sound thicker. THICC, just in case you were wondering. And I'm using different types of distortions just to make it sound, I don't know, as I said, thick. Let's record this one. All right, let's listen to that. To the two guitars only. Wow. I always love me some epic distortion. Oh, by the way, before I forget, shout outs to my friend and also you, violin solo. What's the original? Okay, just because you ask, I'm gonna make you, all of you, listen to the original. The original is called Main Title Theme from Wind Waker. Why did I almost say Wind Maker? This is the original. Gonna head out. Have a nice evening. Thank you very much, Jamalix. Oh yeah, also, of course, if you're still here, Nest Cello. Also a shout out to the newly affiliated Nest Cello, who also plays video game music for cello. Okay, let's listen to the entire thing. A little bit on the loud side. Let me. Of course, no mixing has been done yet. Let me increase the drums. All right. I kind of want to add. Okay, let me add this I'm gonna add the second layer of electric guitar for the. It's out of tune. It's out of tune again. Wrong, 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 wrong. Let's see first if that fits. Wow, it does fit. Yeah, I was mentioning earlier that as music producers, sometimes you have this great epic idea in your head, but then you try to record it, you try to arrange it on your DAW, and it sounds. Ugh. What is that? Did I really think of that? And then sometimes the opposite happens. You like this simple idea, and then you execute it, and it sounds epic. And I'm kind of getting that vibe right now for this one. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. 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 Imagine if I already recorded the bass guitar and there's no bass guitar yet and it's already sounding so huge. Okay, let me record the second layer. Wrong note. All right. Hey Sora Games, how are you doing by the way? You still stream by the way, right, Sora? You are one of the earliest streamers that I know. So shout out to you. Okay, now this is where the fun part begins when I'm starting to layer what I call for my own labeling purposes, I call it lead chorus, where it's actually a layer of lead guitars where okay, for now I'm going to use a muffler. So when I'm playing just single notes in the guitar, I'm not going to have resonating strings that it will ruin the harmony. So I'm just using whatever cloth I have near me. I usually use a sock. But yeah. Out of curiosity, how do you automate pausing, recording, playback on a foot pedal or a hand MIDI controller? I use the space bar. I'm just using space bar and I'm just manually stopping it. By the way, Violin Solo, if you're still here, are you streaming later or tomorrow? Gotta stop by again in one of your streams. Da, 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 da. Okay, I'm gonna write that. And the second harmony. if it fits. A little bit of panning. Ah, okay. It needs a bit of retuning, but for now, I'm just gonna record it later. Just for now, just to see how it sounds. There we go. There we go. Hmm. Nah, huh, not later. It's 11 p.m. Oh, yeah, I keep forgetting about time zones. Oh my god, violin solo. Oh, are you really gonna ask me to give you a dad joke now? Well, I won't resist. Okay, it's time for me to take a short breather anyway. So let's do this. Let's do this. I'm gonna tell you a dad joke. By the way, this is what my channel is all about: violins and dad jokes. And I have the right emote for that. All right, here we go. A dad joke for you, Dan Dragon. Okay, this is perfect. Lots of streamers here and chat. So this is the exact joke for all of you. Here we go. What is the best way to watch a fly fishing tournament? Live stream. Eh, 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 eh. I thought we were safe. Nope, King Zawa. I turned off the other redemptions for this DAW stream, but not the dad jokes. Not the dad jokes. And this is the right emote for the dad joke. This face palming emote is actually a self portrait of my daughter. We call her Little Miss SPG in my community. I'm an actual dad, and my daughter is an amazing artist, and I actually commissioned her to do all my emotes. And this is the latest emote that I had her do, which is a self-portrait of her, an animated self-portrait of her face palming, because she cringes at my dad jokes. She hates my dad jokes. And as a fun thing, here in my community of stringies, during those rare times that my daughter would come and visit the stream, immediately a line of dad joke redemptions come up, and they're like, and she's gonna be like immediately, no. The way you said I'm an actual dad, like you need to justify the dad joke. Well, it just adds to my credibility or some sort of dad joke certificate. Anyway, let's listen to what I have for Zelda Wind Waker before things go crazier. I like that emote, Many Angels. Drums a bit loud. nice. The harp can still be heard. And that's what I have so far. Thank you so much, Sassy Basie. Awesome music. I'll definitely catch it again. Anyways, I need to get to streaming soon, but it was nice seeing your stream on my feed. You're welcome, Sassy Basie. Let me give you a shout out. I almost forgot that you're also a streamer. So there you go. I hope to catch your stream later when I end. I'm almost about to end. I promised myself I would only stream around 2 hours today. Half of me wants to laugh, and half is disappointed at the other half. Violin solo, I didn't see that immediately. But yes, I get what you're saying. And I think that's what my daughter feels every time I force a dad joke. Oh, there's one more thing that I forgot to add. I need to add the Zelda main theme melody somewhere there. Because this is actually not just a rearrangement of the main title theme of Wind Waker. This is actually the ending credits where they mashed up all the melodies in the end. Dun 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 dun. Dun. Okay, let's see. Da-da. Bad rhythm. Bad rhythm. Yes, that'll work. Uh, it's too trebly. Let me fix the EQ. I'll clean it later. Anyway, let's see. But yeah, I'll mix it later. It needs mixing, but yeah, I know. But during just the production, during the recording part, mixing is the least concern. Okay, let's listen to it one more time. This time I'm gonna do some. Oh, I actually want to listen to it to just the rhythm section. There we go. Hi, pianist Miri. How are you doing? I'm arranging some new music. I'm arranging music for Legend of Zelda. How are you doing today, pianist Miri? Okay, let's listen. Let's listen to the music. I'm gonna play the music and then I'm gonna get my bass guitar because that's the last thing I'm gonna record tonight, the bass guitar. But one moment, let me play what I have arranged so far. This is my symphonic Celtic metal arrangement of the main title theme for Wind Waker, arranged for orchestra, metal rhythm section, and of course, my solo violin. Here we go. Now there it is. I'm starting to appreciate the deep bass. Okay. So excited to record bass. Bass is always, I don't know, it always makes me feel the music is complete. Oh, wow. Pianist Miri, thank you so much for the gift sub to Nudge Camelbone. Oh my god. Thank you so much, Pianist Miri. By the way, Pianist Miri, when is your next stream? You usually you usually stream during my mornings here in Maryland. So I don't know if that's your usual schedule in EST mornings, and I always try to drop by as much as I can because I love piano music. I love pianists especially because I'm a frustrated pianist. I'm very I'm very incompetent pianist, but I have other strengths. But piano music, especially pianists who can don't ever rely on backtracks because if you can just play everything, bass, accompaniment, and melody all at the same time with just your one instrument, that always amazes me. I want it played many times on stream. Thank you so much, Pianist Miri. That was actually my own mini arrangement of Final Fantasy's victory theme. Okay, let's record the bass. Bass. Is it on in tune? All right, I think it is. I'm gonna record the bass part now. Okay, wrong. 1, 2, 3. I think it's a little bit flat. Yeah, it is a little bit. Okay, let's. Okay, one more time. I know now what I do. Always in the rhythm. Always a little late. Nice. Okay, there's some funky parts, but I can just hear it later. Okay, let's listen to the entire thing. I had fun. I had fun recording that. Many angels, you are beautiful, supporting all musicians. Yes, yes, I agree, pianist Miri. I agree. I agree. Many angels, you are indeed many angels in one Twitch account. All right, let's listen to the entire thing. And then we're going to rate somebody. And then I'm going to have dinner. I'm gonna go to bed and watch The Crown. Very nice violin solo. I love that show. Now, I'm gonna raise the bass. All right, violin solo. No spoilers, I promise. Thank you so much again for dropping by violin solo, and I'll catch you in your next stream. Nice, nice. Okay. I'm gonna teach you guys one music production trick when it comes to fixing a bad section of the recording. So there's this part in the bass recording that I flubbed a little bit. I think it's somewhere here. Oh, there we go. There we go. I pressed the wrong chord. Okay, so I'm gonna trim. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. There's two ways to fix this. Either I re-record it again, which is usually it's a usual style that's done. Just record over it again, or since this is just repeating chord progression, repeating pattern, you can just take another section of the same chords and copy paste it to there. So I'm gonna look for that part. So I think this is it. Is it? Okay, so okay, this is the part of the bass that is okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm gonna drag this and just gonna extend this back. So this is the part where I flubbed. I'm gonna mark it a different color so just so you can see. Now it will sound. There might be clipping. There might be an obvious spliced area, but that can also be fixed immediately. So, oh, it sounds good. Okay, let me play it solo. There we go. Oh, I think there's one flub. Let's see. You can hear one splicing noise at the end. Yeah, there's just a there's a tick. But for Logic, for my DAW, I can just extend a little bit the original part, and then it will automatically crossfade. It like crossfade the two wave file recordings. Now there's no noise. That is one production, a music production trick you can do if you have like very repetitive recordings anyway. So instead of just carrying that heavy guitar again and re-recording the that just that small part, it might be more productive for your time to just copy paste it from another identical part. I really love how you capture the expansive feel in this arrangement. It just feels like an amazing adventure. Yes, recorder guy, that is definitely the feel I'm going for. That is definitely the feel I'm going for. An adventure. All right. All right, chat. Everyone, let's listen to the entire thing and then we are going to raid somebody. Oh, yes, I know who to raid. I know who to raid now because let's talk about the raid after. Let's listen to this music for the last time, and then we are going to raid someone. Thank you, Pianist Theory. Thank you, Benny Angels. Oh, thank you very much for the 2 thumbs up, Benny Angels and Pianist Theory. I appreciate it. Okay, so what is next for this? I am going to add an improv section. That's always what I do. So for my arrangement style in all my arrangements, because the characteristic of video game music is it's always looping, right? Nowadays, for example, especially for those more cinematic type of games like The Last of Us or God of War or even Breath of the Wild, Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, the looping is no longer that obvious. But in the 80s and the 90s era of gaming, especially even in the GameCube era, the 64-bit era, and the Nintendo 64 and the GameCube era, the looping is still very prominent, and there's the loop would last like about 1 or 2 minutes, depends on the game. And so what I do, I play in my arrangement, I play two versions of the loops, and in the third loop, it will be my improv, and then at the end, I will just end the loop. So sort it's like three loops, but no one loop is gonna be identical. So that's how I arrange, especially when it comes to the more retro selection of video game music. So yeah, a good loop is a form of art. Yes, one and only. Isn't this amazing? The creativity is overflowing. Thank you, Miri. Thank you, pianist Miri. King Zawa, this rocks. Baby Mage says, "Oh, I love this." Thank you so much, everyone. Diwa is knocking it out of the park. That's very kind of you to say, King Zawa. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, everyone. I really enjoyed our time together tonight. This was a very sudden stream, but very fun nonetheless. So I hope to see you again on Sunday, which is 6 p.m. to whatever p.m. EST, where I do my violin request streams. And depending on my mood the rest of the week, I might have already done this arrangement by Sunday. But of course, I have big plans for the music video of this for my YouTube channel. And there is, like I mentioned earlier, there is a water reservoir park very near me called Loch Raven Reservoir. And it is a public park, and it has a body of water and lots of greeneries, lots of grass. It is legal for me to shoot there, to film there. So I might just, film there. And, it's because it's Legend of Zelda Wind Waker. There are lots of water themes, lots of green, Zelda grass. So that's the plan. Finish this arrangement this week. Film for the music video for YouTube next week. And then profit. Of course, it's going to be on Spotify as well. So anyway, thank you, everyone. Thank you to everyone who's hung out here. Let me give you all a shout out to everyone who I recognize: Baby Mage, Dan Dragon, Elysian, Fury Fawful, hey, Geeky Tiki, Jack Swifts, Key Otter, King Zawa, Lazy Wisp, Many Angels, Nudge Camelbone, Pianist Miri, Pro Solace, Recorder Guy, Sora Games, who else had I? Big Tomato. And yeah, those are all the names I recognize as regulars. Thank you so much for hanging out tonight. And now, busy bee. Yes, Pianist Miri. Indeed, you are also a busy bee. By the way, I saw your YouTube channel as well, Pianist Miri. Congratulations! You also have a very successful YouTube channel aside from a Twitch channel, and as an OG YouTuber myself, it is no joke today to grow on YouTube compared to Twitch, because YouTube is very saturated now with lots of so many creators left and right on YouTube. So it's a little bit more difficult now to grow on YouTube. It's still not impossible, just more difficult. You just need to be a little bit more extra to stand out on YouTube. But for Twitch, even though Twitch is still the number one streaming platform right now, it's still kind of smaller in scope when you compare it to YouTube. So Twitch is still ripe for growth. So if you want to be a Twitch streamer, now is the time. Now is the time to be a Twitch streamer. Miri's YouTube is so good. Yes, Many Angels, I agree. Yep. So yeah, let's raid. None of my favorite music streamers are streaming right now, but I hope you don't mind. I'm going to do a raid for one Minecraft gamer, Kim and Jax. And she raided me like 2 months ago, and I want to return the favor So I hope you don't mind. We're going to raid a Minecraft player for tonight. And yeah, I hope to catch you next stream. Probably tomorrow I might do a sudden stream. We'll see. But the regular one, Sunday and Wednesday. Sunday and Wednesdays, Side Quest Sunday, Warp Zone Wednesday. Again, Side Quest Sunday and Warp Zone Wednesdays. Those are my schedules. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You are all amazing. Stay awesome.